You ready to let the games begin? Oh, baby. Cause I'm ready. When I'm hard, get set. Here we go. Check it. Girl, I want you to stay so we can play this little game we play. You go hide and I will sleep. Let me be the one to make you breathe. Yeah, baby. Boy, I really wanna stay and play that little game you play.
Hey there, Pisces. This is Tarot Queen Jamila here to do your love forecast for May and June of 2018. So welcome to the channel. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. This is going to be for primarily people that are in relationships, and I will look at the singles as well, okay? But we're going to throw out the cards and see what we get, okay? If you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, I do offer spell work, ritual work, cleanses, healings, all of those things, so you can contact me about that, okay? All right, I am going to call to the spirit guides, spirits, ancestors, guardian angels for the Pisces. What messages do you have for Pisces love life for May 2018 and June 2018? Okay, what energies is Pisces taking into May? Okay, what is going on during the month of May with Pisces and their love relationships? Okay, what energy is going into the month of June and what is going on during the month of June for the Pisces? And final outcome card. All right, May 2018, June 2018. What's going on between these lovers? Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the cards. I don't know why that keeps happening. Alrighty, hold on a minute. Let's pull this down a little bit so that it'll be more centered. All right, so Pisces, you can see that possibly currently you and your lover or your significant other are having some kind of disagreement. Okay, some kind of problem, some kind of issue. You can see clearly that there's some conflict going on, and I feel like the issue is going to actually resolve itself at the end of April. So right now we're going towards a new moon on the 16th, and then I'm seeing going towards, so whatever. So there's definitely something happening, and I will be giving you guys your full moon readings for that time frame, but you can see that there's some kind of conflict that you're coming out of, okay? And you can see clearly where the Six of Swords, you got the Six of Swords, and then the Chariot, the Page of Wands, and then the Fool card. So I feel like there is, first of all, Pisces, I feel like what you're dealing with is a significant other or lover that may have some limiting beliefs. Okay, limiting beliefs about yourself, limiting beliefs about life in general, and that can be very, very frustrating. Six of Swords does represent where during the month of May, I feel like you and your lover or your significant other, you're going to sort of work out whatever the issue is. A lot of you are going to be moving in May. I can see that. So I feel as though that's really, really, really going to help the situation out. In particular, with this page of wands right here, I feel as though at the basis of the issues was loose lips sinking ships. So you had to move because I believe that you possibly either told the wrong person your whereabouts. I mean, people that, you know, I feel as though this is somebody, I feel like you're possibly dealing with a third party, especially with the chariot coming up. So the chariot to me is representing where in your relationship, you know, you really have to be determined to make it work. You have to really, really feel passionate about your lover. You can see that happening in the month of May, but you can also see at the same time where you are getting away from some kind of conflict. Feel like the chariot does represent some kind of travel, some kind of move the first half of May. Now, this right here represents where I feel as though trust is being restored, power is being restored within the dynamic of the relationship because you know, I feel as though, you know, whoever this extra character, you know, when these extra characters start coming up in your love readings, you know, these are people that have an agenda. And some of us are dealing with partners that don't really know how to discern that agenda. So I feel as though that could be a part of the problem. However, I do feel as though the chariot does represent where I feel like both parties involved in the situation, both lovers involved in the situation, um, are ready to move forward. And so you can see where the situation does get a whole lot better. Um, the energies that you're taking into the month of June, there's a fresh start, there's a new start. Again, some of you it's going to be moving. Some of you it is going to be to where I feel like you are getting some kind of closure on something because the Fool card can also represent closure or some kind of new beginning. So I feel as though you overcame something. Your power overrided somebody else's, and there's some kind of new beginning within your relationship. Now, over here you get the Ten of Wands, the Lovers, the Three of Wands, and then the King of Swords, and then the Six of Wands that comes up as the outcome. So you can see where the relationship definitely did have to overcome some adversity. You can see here with this Ten of Wands, this is where, you know, I feel as though a lot of you Pisces or possibly you're dealing with the aftermath of somebody that just wants power and control. So you can see that struggle sort of resurfacing in the month of June. Some kind of power struggle between you and your lover. There is an air sign that plays on that power struggle. And so I kind of feel as though this air sign possibly could be somebody either in the family or at work. So somebody in lover's family or somebody at work. You can see right here where the beginning of June, where you can see with the Ten of Wands, it does represent where, you know, you had to deal with something, some kind of burden that your lover had attached to them, but you were able to overcome it. The Lovers and the Three of Wands comes up. I believe that it is because On some level, somebody still doesn't exactly know what they want. There's a third party into play here. There's a third party coming into play here. This is somebody that is, I feel as though they're sort of latched on and attached to your partner. I feel like they're your lover's ex. They're either your lover's ex or your lover's brother or your lover's sister or maybe even their cousin. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Three of Wands. Okay. The Star card. It is sort of in reverse, but you can see where, this person, whoever this is, I feel like it's a sibling. They want to be seen as number one. They want to be the center of attention. So somebody's trying to get some attention. Spirit, give me some clarity on the King of Swords. Okay, so the Tower comes up. There's a lot of you that are going to, I feel like what you're going to do, feel like this air sign person normally is able to really, really, now, first of all, I will tell you that to those of you that are moving, it's probably not a good idea to tell this particular person where you're moving to. Now, if they are a family member, I don't know. Sometimes that can be a challenge when you're dealing with, I know that there's family that I don't want them to have my address. So, now some of you Pisces are going to meet an air sign. So this is new love that's coming up for the singles. I feel like you're going to meet an air sign and, you're going to instantly have this deep connection with them. So I can see that. But for those of you that are in relationships, this is where, you're going to have to choose between your past and your future. So a lot of you Pisces are dealing with in your relationship, your lover is not quite ready to let go of their past, which is when you get into a relationship with somebody, yeah, a lot is going to change. A lot is going to change in that relationship. Like things are different. You're not going to have the same relationship that you're going to have with your mother. You're not going to have the same relationship with your brother, especially when you're in a serious committed relationship. So it is almost like a lot of people will say, oh, well, this person is trying to take away my family member. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. That's why the Lovers also represents, the Gemini represents a crossroads, because you are choosing, okay? And see, this is where, how like they say that when you get into relationships, like the wedding vows, when you forsake all others, when you get into a love relationship, you're going to spend all of your quality time with your lover. You're going to spend, a lot of time with them. You're going to have to treat them differently from other people, and so the people in your life are going to have to accept that this person is a part of your life now. And, so I do strongly believe that, there's something going on with that dynamic. And then also your life is changing because you're going from being a child to being an adult now. So this is either for your lover or either for you. And I do feel like it's the masculine energy in the relationship that's having a hard time with that, because I can sense that, I can definitely see his or her brother or sister. And they're sort of like, no, and they're going to be like, oh my God, I miss my sibling. And it's like, but your sibling is a grown person and they're in love. They're in love. So when you're in love with somebody, yeah, and I do get the sense that because of this issue, there's been a lot of hurt and pain that has been done to the lover because of that pressure from within the family. And then also you can see where family is sort of competing for the attention. And you can also see that there's this huge burden and even oppressiveness around the relationship, and more so pressure to take care of, to sort of be the leader. So it's almost like your family has, there's that dynamic of, oh, well, this person has to accept responsibility for this, and they have to literally, sacrifice that part of themselves just so that they can, lead or guide. And it's like, well, why can't you lead yourselves so that I can go and live my life? See what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what I'm sensing. That's what I'm seeing. At any rate, I can see all of that happening. And I do feel as though the relationship within itself is going to last and it's going to make it. And it is because Pisces, or either Pisces lover or both, are determined to make it work. Now, I will tell you that to save yourself some trouble, you don't tell people where your love nest is. If you have, that's just like you telling people where your honeymoon. It's like too many people are weak and they reveal stuff, and they're, I don't even know what to say. It's so, it's very, very weird. But I can sense that a lot of you Pisces are dealing with something different. You decided to keep the relationship and what you're doing a secret, and that has worked. If you've decided to do that, then keep doing it. Follow your intuition, because that is what's going to help you. And you can sense that, you can see the correspondence coming from people, and they're just like, oh, well, this person is taking you away, and it's like, well, that is what they're supposed to do. Especially if you're married, you're supposed to be in wedded bliss. Marriage is supposed to be bliss. It's not supposed to be, people telling you that you're too into your lover. What? I'm too into my lover? I'm too into them? So it's kind of weird in that sense, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you need a private reading. The link to my website is below. I'll see you guys later. Blessed be.